This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Listening to this podcast instead of doom scrolling? Smart move. Another smart move? Getting help from one of State Farm's 19,000 local agents when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
And now, stop me if you've heard this before on the Toddcast podcast.
If you're a fight fan, of course, you'll know Bellator MMA. Been around since 2008. They are of the fiercest competitors. Like the UFC, they have a diverse talent pool and rising stars everywhere. Their fights are explosive. They have unique tournament formats, emerging fighters. They help to keep the playing field level. Many fighters, in fact, that have been on this podcast we've talked to over the years say that Bellator is a savior of MMA. And much of their success can be shouldered on Bellator MMA president Scott Coker's shoulders, helping push their game and elevate that brand. And when Scott was a guest, he talked about an average day at work, Donald Trump's presidency, the shows that he was binge watching at the time, his thoughts on Brock Lesnar entering MMA. He shared his career highlights and what it's like building fight cards. Must be cool. And stop me if you've heard this before. Scott talked about who he thinks are the best pound-for-pound fighters of all time.
That's a good one. I mean, if you think about the greatest of all time, I think that Fedor Emelianenko is the guy that comes to my mind.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is, I'm sure you know, Pride, back in the heyday when Fedor was on that winning streak, they had the best fighters in the world. And they were the biggest league in the world at that time. And that's why they got bought. So for him to go on an undefeated winning streak, beat all those killers that he's fought, I think that he deserves to have that legendary status of greatest of all time. Pound for pound today? Whew, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I mean, I think that, you got to put Connor's name in there because of his victories. But I think that, I think that when I think about our guys here, I think we're one of the most underrated, I think this guy would beat anybody in the 170-pound weight class in any league.
Right.
And that's Douglas Lima. Pound for pound's a tough one.
It is
that's a tough one to gauge, but
yeah.
The greatest of all time, in my opinion, is Fedor.
Stop me if you've heard this before on the Toddcast podcast is powered by FKP MMA, Vancouver's #1 training destination at fkpmma.com.
Queen Carvania stood haloed by the morning sun. An army hung on her every word.
My champions, I have sold my chariot on Carvana. 'Twas a lovely SUV, an inexplicably queenly offer. They're even coming to the castle to collect it. Tonight, we feast! An offer you can feast on. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
The right window treatments change everything. Your sleep, your privacy, the way every room looks and feels. At Blinds.com, we've spent 30 years making it surprisingly simple to get exactly what your home needs. We've covered over 25 million windows and have 50,000 five-star reviews to prove we deliver. Whether you DIY it or want a pro to handle everything from measure to install, we have you covered. Real design professionals, free samples, zero pressure. Right now, get up to 50% off with minimum purchase, plus get a free professional measure at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions apply.
You've watched them from the outside your whole life. On TV, on stage, on the cover. The success that always looks like it happened to someone on a different planet. But what if it didn't? I'm Evelyn, and I've spent over 25 years in entertainment, producing for some of the biggest names in Hollywood. And here's what I learned. The distance between you and them, it's a lot shorter than anyone's letting on. On my podcast, Reppin', I sit down with the people you've been watching. And I ask them who they actually are. Not the brand, the person. Where they started, what it cost them, what almost broke them. Their grit, their courage, their resilience, and the lessons they've learned, it's all yours for the taking. Reppin', wherever you listen.